Ellen Degeneres made her return to her talk show Monday with an apology after a summer marked by workplace misconduct allegations and an investigation. Degeneres started season 18 of the show by addressing a virtual studio audience about the allegations.
I learned that things happened here that never should have happened. I take that very seriously, and I want to say I am so sorry to the people who were affected. We have made the necessary changes, and today we are starting a new chapter.
Degeneres faced a number of complaints this summer over workplace misconduct, including allegations of a toxic work environment from former and current employees. Following an internal investigation, 3 senior producers were fired from the show. For Newsy, I'm Antoinette Miller.
Hello everyone, welcome to this edition of the Viral. Here on Viral, we talk about Ellen DeGeneres calls it quits for ending her talk show. But first thing first, join in the conversation using the hashtag Viral here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe, Miss Karen. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. We talk about Ellen DeGeneres, daytime talk show host, saying quits after 18th season. Ellen decided that her 19th season will be her last. Yes, Ellen DeGeneres, subject of controversy as well. She's been all over the place with allegations of workplace toxic environment, bullying, and backstage politics. Yes, Ellen DeGeneres says that she's done, she had enough, and she's quitting. So let's see how all this transpired with Ellen leaving her famed talk show with this.
Giveaways. And games.
Chimpanzees eat it. It grows on a tree. It's yellow.
Eucalyptus.
Oh my goodness.
Ellen is ending.
Today, I am announcing that next season, season 19, is going to be my last season.
Longtime host Ellen DeGeneres says she's ending her daytime talk show, telling The Hollywood Reporter in a new interview this upcoming season will be her last, saying, "As great as this show is, and as fun as it is, it's just not a challenge anymore."
You may wonder why I've decided to end after 19 seasons. The truth is, I always trust my instincts. My instinct told me it's time.
The announcement comes nearly a year after that explosive BuzzFeed story detailing allegations of a toxic work environment, leading to parent company Warner Media parting ways with 3 of the program's top producers over some flaws in the show's daily management.
I think it is very easy to assume there was scandal. The show ends. I don't think it's that simple. This is something that has been in the works for 3 years. She got very close to walking away after 16 seasons. She was very sort of open publicly at the time with her own sort of wrestling with, do I stay, do I go? And ultimately she signed on for 3 more seasons.
While DeGeneres says her decision has nothing to do with last summer's controversy, she admits it was very hurtful. With the talk show, all I cared about was spreading kindness and compassion, and everything I stand for was being attacked. So it destroyed me, honestly. I'd be lying if I said it didn't.
Ellen DeGeneres.
DeGeneres kicked off season 18 in September by publicly addressing the allegations.
I learned that things happened here that never should have happened. I take that very seriously, and I want to say I am so sorry to the people who were affected. I know that I'm in a position of privilege and power, and I realize that with that comes responsibility, and I take responsibility for what happens at my show.
But her ratings declined, losing more than 1 million viewers.
Be kind to one another. Bye.
And her public persona as the Be Kind lady took a hit.
If anybody's thinking of changing their title or giving yourself a nickname, do not go with the Be Kind lady. Don't do it. The truth is, I am that person that you see on TV. I am also a lot of other things. Sometimes I get sad, I get mad, I get anxious, I get frustrated, I get impatient, and I am working on all of that.
Ellen says she doesn't know what she's going to do after the show, and I mentioned
Ellen DeGeneres calling it quits for now for the 19th season, her last. So next May will be her final season. Ellen saying that she doesn't have no remorse. She just feel like it's no challenge no more. Well, Ellen sat down with today's show host, Savannah Guthrie, to elaborate on what's going on and why she's leaving all of a sudden with this.
Feel like you were being canceled?
I felt like somebody had some kind, I mean, I really didn't understand it. I still don't understand it. I thought something was going on that because it was too orchestrated, it was too coordinated, and people get picked on. But for 4 months straight, for me, and then for me to read in the press about a toxic work environment, when all I've ever heard from every guest that comes on the show is what a happy atmosphere this is, and what a happy place it is.
Ellen saying that the place she's working at, she's felt like it was monotonistic. It felt like someone was trying to do a witch hunt on her. Ellen said she had enough, she had to quit. Well, a lot of people, critics and former producers, speculate that Ellen had a work toxic environment. Speaking of one one former producer said this.
It's the end of an era for a popular American talk show. Ellen Degeneres has called it quits after 19 seasons. Chatting to the Hollywood Reporter, Ellen said, as great as this show is and as fun as it is, it's not just a challenge anymore.
The 63-year-old was embroiled in controversy last year after former staffers and guests made allegations of bullying and a toxic workplace environment. The last episode of The Ellen Show will air at the end of 2022. Now, Heather Musket was a producer at The Ellen Show in its debut season, and she joins us now from Los Angeles. Good morning to you, Heather. What do you think of the news? Has this come as a shock?
Hi. No, not a shock at all. The viewers have spoken. Her ratings have been in the toilet for a long, long time now. Her show has not been fun. It has not been interesting. And she's not really, by the way, stepping down. The viewers fired her.
Right. Okay, so sort of television can be all smoke and mirrors, can't it? But all of this controversy recently has it given viewers an insight into the real Ellen, and she's sort of not as nice as everyone thinks?
Absolutely. However, I want to give the viewers more credit. I don't think the show's demise is because of the viewers' loyalty to the employees. Because let's face it, as employees, we endure hardships in the workplace all the time. I think the viewers are disappointed in the phoniness that she's been projecting as this nice person. So I feel that the viewers feel duped in a way, that she's not this nice person. And the viewers are not going to put up with the backstage racism that goes on and the backstage bullying that goes on. So I think the viewers have woken up, finally.
So you've been there, Heather. Remind us what you went through.
So for me, I was there, the first hire in 2003. I was brought on to book the human interest guests, not celebrities, but, people that were newsbreakers. And when I would go into pitch Ellen, who we have on the show today for our production meetings, she looked away. She showed no interest with any of the news-breaking stories. She really showed a despise for a lot of my people that we were pitching to her, which is fine. It's a pitch. So I boo-hoo, I don't care about that. But we had to walk on eggshells with her, because when we would be pitching, her snide remarks would be, what am I going to talk to them about? I don't know. I have nothing to say. I don't know. So we would write the whole outline for her, and then the guests would walk off feeling like crap. So it wasn't goodwill for the show. However, she loved kissing ass with all the celebrities, and she really was not in a position to interview the real people because she really couldn't carry a conversation with them. So this is not like bah humbug on my end, because I just did my job and went home. But I feel that for the guests, it was bad goodwill for them. They just really were not able to connect with her. And as a host, look at Oprah. Everybody, look at you guys. Your guests, no matter how big or how unknown they are, they connect with you.
Yeah. Look, Ellen is going, you mentioned Oprah. Ellen's going to sit down with Oprah tomorrow in the US. This is going to be, and Oprah's a good friend of hers as well. So is this going to be more sugarcoating?
I look forward to seeing the interview, and frankly, I'm very disappointed that Oprah is lowering herself to interview Ellen. I mean, Oprah can interview kings and queens, and I love Oprah, I miss Oprah, and for her to interview Ellen, it's like, why? Who cares about Ellen anymore?
Gee, you're pretty scathing, Heather. Ellen has said this is not the end of her TV career. She just doesn't see her show as a challenge anymore. And she's signed deals with Discovery. What do you think will happen to her now?
Well, I'd like to see her work on a farm where she can relate with all the animals and the pets and the dogs and the cows and the pigs, because she can relate to animals far more than she does with people. I was not able to have any connection with her, make any eye contact. And here's the thing, it's not just me or three of us. There were over 100 employees over the 19 years that walk away with this sickened feeling, about working there. As much as I loved my job as a booker and producer, I was almost relieved when I got fired, because it was I want to take a shower. It was like a whole new dawn. So I don't feel that she has the trust anymore of the viewers. And so I don't think she's going to come back anytime soon.
All right, Heather, it's big day for Ellen and you as well. You're obviously celebrating there. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining us.
Cheers. Be safe.
Have to send the cash cow over to spend time with Ellen to sort of break down the barriers.
She was not holding back, was she, Heather? She just, last time we had her on, she was a bit more muted, but she was just went for it then.
She just slapping down.
Yeah.
Yes. You see right there, Ellen trying to explain her side, but the former producer also explained her side, saying good riddance. Well, Ellen didn't seem that subject to controversy, as well as a fellow talk show host, Oprah Winfrey, sent her condolences on Ellen bidding farewell to her talk show with this. Oprah and Ellen have something in common. Both are leaving their talk shows. Not quite what they want the ratings to be, but they believe they're leaving on top. So that begs the question, what do you think? Well, let's hear what you people had to say about Ellen DeGeneres leaving her talk show, bidding farewell amongst the allegations of the workplace environment, the bullying, and the backstage politics with this.
You to know that I thought a lot. Hey, if you've been watching this show, and I trust that you have, you know that a few weeks ago we celebrated our 3,000th show. 3,000 shows. So that means as of today we've done 3,000 shows plus 14, which is, carry the 2, 3,000 plus 14 shows. And, I know, it's a lot. And today I have an announcement to make. Today, I am announcing that next season, season 19, is going to be my last season. So, the past 18 years, you have to know, has changed my life. You all have changed my life. And I am forever grateful to all of you for watching, for laughing, for dancing, sometimes crying. This show has been the greatest experience of my life. And I owe it all to you. So, thank you. I want you to know that I thought a lot about this decision. I sat with it for a while. I meditated on it. I talked to Portia. I talked to myself. A few times I was talking to myself, and Portia thought I was talking to her. And one time I was talking to Portia, but she thought I was talking to myself, because the other times when I was talking to myself, and she thought I was talking to her. And one time I was talking to Alexa, and Siri answered, and then another time I was talking to the TV, and I accidentally texted my eye doctor. The point is, I need to take a break from talking. 2 years ago, I signed a deal for 3 more years, and I always knew in my heart that season 19 would be my last. 19 is a great number. First of all, the 19th Amendment gave women the right to vote, and this may be controversial, but I believe that women should be allowed to vote. I've said it. There. Said it. Yeah. Also, on the periodic periodic table, 19 is the atomic number for potassium. You may wonder why I've decided to end after 19 seasons. The truth is, I always trust my instincts. My instinct told me it's time. As a comedian, I have always understood the importance of timing. And in all seriousness, I truly have felt like next season was the right time to end this amazing chapter. In 1997, I knew it was time to come out on my sitcom and live my truth. Back then, I had a vivid dream that a bird flew out of a cage and set itself free because it needed to get out of that cage. And recently I had a dream that a beautiful bird with bright red feathers came to my window and whispered, "You can still do stuff on Netflix." And that was the sign I was looking for. 18 years ago, on the very first show, I said this was going to be a relationship, and we are going to continue that relationship even when this show ends, but not in this house, because you know I love to move. I promise you that we are going to have a fantastic final season. It will be a season where I truly get to say thank you. Thank you all. And every day will be a celebration. There will be a lot of surprises. There will be trips down memory lane, a few detours through why did I wear that alley. Of course, we still have a lot of celebrating to do this season, so let's bring out one of my favorite people in the entire world, Twitch. Articles in the press and on social media that said that I am not who I appear to be on TV because I became known as the Be Kind lady. And here's how that happened. I started saying be kind to one another after a young man named Tyler Clemente took his own life after being bullied for being gay. I thought the world needed more kindness, and it was a reminder that we all needed that. And I think we need it more than ever right now. Being known as the Be Kind lady is a tricky position to be in. So let me give you some advice out there. If anybody's thinking of changing their title or giving yourself a nickname, do not go with the Be Kind lady. Don't do it. The truth is, I am that person that you see on TV. I am also a lot of other things. Sometimes I get sad, I get mad, I get anxious, I get frustrated, I get impatient, and I am working on all of that. I am a work in progress, and I'm especially working on the impatience thing and it's not going well because it's not happening fast enough. I will tell you that.
Ellen Degeneres made her return to her talk show Monday with an apology after a summer marked by workplace misconduct allegations and an investigation. Degeneres started season 18 of the show by addressing a virtual studio audience about the allegations.
I learned that things happened here that never should have happened. I take that very seriously, and I want to say I am so sorry to the people who were affected. We have made the necessary changes, and today we are starting a new chapter.
Degeneres faced a number of complaints this summer over workplace misconduct, including allegations of a toxic work environment from former and current employees. Following an internal investigation, 3 senior producers were fired from the show. For Newsy, I'm Antoinette Miller.
A lot of you have mixed reactions. Some saying Ellen was evil. Ellen didn't bring enough. Ellen was mean, and it was time. Ellen goes. Even though the ET people saying Ellen needs to go. But too much I say about that. But Ellen DeGeneres led a revolutionary show after the heels of coming out years ago and doing a talk show with human interest stories and celebrity guests. So Ellen will leave a mark in television history. So we just have to wait and see what's next for Ellen. Thank you all for watching this edition of Viral. We're talking about Ellen DeGeneres, the Ellen DeGeneres Show being canceled. I've been your host, Kendra Dix, saying so long. We'll see you next time for another edition of Viral.